I come from a deaf family, so I've seen the challenges and what my parents have gone through all their life.
It's one big hurdle, my whole life as a deaf person.
Growing up, it was frustrating sometimes. Sometimes it's more of what I call a waste of time. There's a lot of words that I would like to say to people, but communication isn't always smooth when you're talking to a hearing person.
A lot of people think I'm from a different country because of my deaf accent. I pronounce things a different way sometimes.
There are still a lot of people out there that are clueless about deafness, about how to communicate with us. We try to make it easy for them, but I don't know.
The Fair Housing Partnership really is looking to create open and diverse communities. It's really about providing choice. Now, part of that choice is ensuring that people are free to make decisions and free from discrimination.
The Fair Housing Partnership got support from FISA to do a testing project. The testing project was designed to assess the barriers that deaf people face in trying to access housing.
And they asked me to make maybe 100 random phone calls, contacting different landlords we found from Craigslist or the newspaper. Whatever source of advertising it may be, we'll contact them. And if they seem to be giving us a hard time over the phone, they would contact the same landlord as a hearing caller just to see if they were treated differently.
For example, fire alarms that have to have lights. They would say no, and I would say, yes, you need to have them, just like you have to have a sound device for a hearing person. I, as a deaf person, need to have a device with a flashing light, and they would tell me, no, you have to go purchase it and put it in. They were not aware of it, that it is their responsibility to provide for a deaf person.
They actually said they didn't want to rent their place to me because of the hearing dog, the deaf service dog that I had. And I found that to be very interesting to deal with. That had never happened to me before.
We were really struck by the fact that 1 in 4 people who are deaf or hearing impaired have experienced discrimination, that they get hung up on the phone, given misinformation, that they don't have the chance to apply to live in a house or apartment that would allow them to be fully part of this community.
When we took this on and we made the decision that we would do the testing project for the deaf, we wanted to make sure that anything that comes out of this, and the most important thing is that people get trained and that it doesn't repeat.
But I do think there's a lot of deaf individuals out there who just really have no idea what to do when they're being discriminated. And there are a lot of lower functioning deaf individuals out there who really have no idea when they're being discriminated at all. So just think of it as a normal thing that occurs in their everyday life.
We can work with the client to see which avenue they want to pursue in terms of getting some kind of redress or seeking justice. And that could mean filing a fair housing complaint. It may mean pursuing the case in civil court.
I think that landlords, when they want to become a landlord or start to rent apartments, that there should be some type of training on laws on what landlords are required to do.
I think the best thing you can do is do your homework. When Micah and I bought the house here together, we did a lot of research on laws and making sure that we were doing the right thing, making sure that we weren't getting taken advantage of.
I think the Fair Housing Partnership really plays a unique role in our community. We're the only organization in this region that has a mission that's dedicated to fighting against housing discrimination.
If we can really tackle this issue of housing discrimination and be intentional about welcoming people with disabilities into our communities, we will all be richer and we will all be better.